Welcome back, Crypto Degens, to Market Watch. Episode 6, episode 7, 6 or 7, one of those two. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trading $11,400. Pretty much the same exact price that it was trading during the last time I did this video. However, we've had a little bit more price action in the meantime. Obviously, it's pretty apparent here that there was a little bit of a pullback now. The pullback went all the way down to $11,100, which I think is perfectly healthy, especially after we had that amazing week last week. That week was pretty legendary. That was like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 candles. So 8 green candles. So pretty good. So obviously, after a time like that, usually there's some kind of shock or a reaction, I would say. So certainly the reaction is here, and the reaction so far is not too bad. I know a lot of people are shorting this level, and personally, I don't think this is really a short. For me, this is obviously a long. I bought some more at 11,100. I think this is a great place to be buying Bitcoin right now. I think the R&R is good. I definitely think we've already had our huge 40% pullback from the highs, which was around 14,000 almost. And that's already happened. We've already tested all of the weak hands. They're kind of already out of the market. And so whatever pullbacks we get now moving forward, I don't really foresee them being as particularly strong or as impactful or as having as much depth as the previous dips. So Bitcoin, I'm certainly bullish on this asset right now. Obviously, I'm long on it. One of the best things you can do if you're an investor is you just zoom out. So if you zoom out, you look at the weekly here. This weekly's like so sick. I mean, this is incredible. This is pretty much exactly what you want to see. Obviously, we had this huge double top here, which was unbelievably bearish. But even though that was so bearish, we managed to rally. We managed to get our shit together and just come back up. And now we're surging back, even on the weekly. So I think the weekly looks pretty damn good. Obviously, these wicks are things that you don't want to see. So you see 1, 2, and 3. These are the kind of wicks that you don't want to see. Those are generally bearish. That said, I still, again, looking and zooming out at the overall structure, I can see that anytime there's a dip, you should be buying. You should not be shorting. You should be buying these dips. And so that's exactly what I've been trying to do. And I've been pretty successful at it. So we are back here. There has been no real fundamental news that has broken aside from this one article, which I want to read to you guys, or just the headline here. Goldman Sachs analysts suggest Goldman Sachs analysts slide suggests that now is a good time to buy Bitcoin. Well, that's interesting that they say that, because you know what I thought was a good time to buy Bitcoin was around right here, around $3,000. That to me was a pretty good time to buy Bitcoin. Right now, it's not as good. I think it's still good. Good R&R, but not as good as it was back then. Oh well. You know Goldman Sachs is full of boomers, so they do everything slowly. Anyway, so they finally caught up to Bitcoin. They realized Bitcoin is the future of money. They realized it's digital gold. And they said, well, we need to get a slice of that. They are saying that the target right now is anywhere from 13,000 to 14,000. So if I think, here's the thing. If we hit $14,000, which is what the Goldman Sachs target, we have already cleared all of this recent resistance, which means the only other resistance that's left is this weekly resistance, like all the way up here somewhere where it's like 17,000. So the resistance, if we can actually break this and get to 14,000, we're definitely going to 16, 17. And if we're going to 16, 17, at that point, we're really knocking on the doors of all-time highs. And if we're knocking on the doors of all-time highs, you guys should be getting really hyped. You guys should be starting to pay a hell of a lot of attention right now. I'm seeing a little bit of complacency in the markets. I'm seeing that, yes, there's people who are bulls and they're making their money, and yes, sure, bears are making their money too, but there's the kind of feeling that I get from the community right now is that it's a little bit numb. It's a little bit kind of waiting on the sidelines almost, and maybe a lot of people are on the sidelines. They're just kind of waiting to see what shakes out. And what I think is going to happen is going to be another massive surprise like we had recently, where this happened, this monster pump, and people were left on the sidelines. I think there's certainly in the realm of possibilities that Bitcoin has another massive rally. It goes up to $17,000, $18,000. And then if you didn't buy, you are now buying $18,000 Bitcoin. And that actually might be the unironic bottom for like the future of Bitcoin forever. I'm not calling that. I'm just saying that Bitcoin surprises people. And so if you don't have a position in Bitcoin, I would highly consider it. I would think about being long Bitcoin right now. Even if you're short, just have some Bitcoin on the side, because when it pumps, these pumps are massive. These pumps are insane. So that's generally I'm super bullish on this, obviously, but you know, do what you may. Your mileage may vary. Again, obviously, not financial advice or anything. So that's pretty much what we got on Bitcoin. Pretty uneventful week. Goldman Sachs says buy Bitcoin. That's great. And pretty bullish on it. There was one other piece of, not news per se, but I did want to talk about this. This was Chainlink. So Chainlink, so people do a chain analysis of ERC20s, and what they've seen with Chainlink is that the Chainlink company has been taking some Chainlink out of their wallet and selling it on the market, and people are saying, oh, this is causing all of this negative price action, and all of the selling is making the price tank, and all of this. And so here's maybe I should make a Blackstone Speaks about this, but here's what I think people should get paid at a certain point. I mean, developers have to eat too. Developers have families. And the thing about Chainlink is they've never taken any of their money out from their team allocation, ever. This is the first time they've ever taken money out of their team allocation to sell. So you have to think about it. It's not really, a lot of people are saying Chainlink is greedy for selling their Chainlink. It's like, dude, first of all, this Chainlink was theirs. It was from the very white paper that people bought into the ICO from. They said, this is our team stake. We are able to sell this whenever we want. And secondly, they didn't sell it at all throughout 2018, throughout 2017 while they were active, and pretty much all throughout 2019. They only recently started doing this after a Coinbase. So you have to look at the market cap. At $100 million market cap, they own 30 million. Did they sell? No. At $500 million market cap, and they own 30% of that. What is that? 150 million. Did they sell? No. They kept working on the product. Coinbase listing. Now they're selling, but they're not even selling that much. They're selling a little bit. They only sold, I believe, about 10% of their 30%. So 3% of the total amount of Chainlink from the team has now been sold. Now the question is, who knows if they're going to keep selling? I don't know. I don't really have any lines of connection with Chainlink. But I think eventually, I think probably what they're doing, I should say, is they're just making sure that they have enough money so that they can continue development for the future. And so obviously, if you have a development team that has fully restocked their war chest, well, then they're going to do more development on your project. You can expect the price appreciation to continue. I bought some Chainlink. My price target was around 18,000 sat, and I was waiting for it for a long time, like weeks almost, because it hit this level here and then it bounced, and I was sad that it bounced, and I thought, oh, maybe I missed it again, because I was trying to rebuy for a while, and then here it hit 22K and then it bounced, and I was like, oh man, did I miss it again? And then here it hit 20K and then it bounced, and I was like, oh man, did I miss it again? But I stuck to my strategy. I FOMO'd a little bit at the end, so I bought a little bit early. I bought it at 19,000 sat instead of 18,000, but still a pretty decent buy. So I bought at 19,000 sat, pretty much hit my target, went down to 18, and it's bounced since then. So we're kind of in this place right now for Chainlink where people are kind of deciding if they want to be bullish or bearish on this thing right now. Obviously, the formation, the pattern is bearish. I bought some Chainlink. I didn't buy a full position, but I bought a little bit. I'm hoping that this thing takes off. If not, I have buys all the way tiered down to around 15,000 sat. I know a lot of people like to trade the Link USD chart instead. Now that it's on Coinbase, it's a lot more relevant. And the Link USD chart looks pretty good, actually. We have this nice little bottom here. And so it looks decent. Again, I'm personally not really the kind of guy who does a lot of TA, but I generally will use some basic TA to give myself a little bit more confidence. From a fundamental perspective, I definitely like Chainlink at this valuation. I think it's $700 or $800 million market cap now. I think it's perfectly fine. I think for one of the best projects in crypto, you can't go wrong getting some Chainlink here at $2.35. And yeah, that's it. So that was pretty much all of the updates that I had with regards to altcoins and Bitcoin. I'm not really holding any other altcoins, just some Chainlink. And yeah, that's it for the channel. We hit 500 subscribers, so congratulations to everyone. Couldn't have done it without you guys. You guys are the reason this channel even exists, so thanks to you, the viewer. 500 subscribers is pretty cool, and I think it's really great that we did it in the first month of being open on the YouTube channel and doing videos. So in 1 month, we hit 500 subscribers. Let's hit that 1K. After 1K, I think things will really start heating up. I released the Blackstone special feature on Craig Satoshi Wright, or Craig Stephen Wright. And let me tell you, the response to that was fantastic. You guys loved it. I knew you guys would love it. I was so hyped for releasing this video that I actually released it, I think, an hour or two earlier. But I was really hyped about it because I knew you guys would like it, and you guys just, the response was absolutely like breathtaking. You guys love that video. You guys are telling me that I should do more of it, and I will. I will definitely do more of it. And in that vein, I wanted to reach out. If you are a video editor or you know any video editors, hit me on the DMs on Twitter. Or just find me on Twitter at PhilBeforeShill and DM me. My DMs are always open. Tell me if you're a video editor or you know a video editor, because the Blackstone special features are a lot of work. I put about 10 to 15 hours in the last one for that 13-minute video, and getting someone else to be on as a video editor would certainly reduce a lot of the load, which means I could do these videos a lot more often. I already have some ideas on the kind of Blackstone special features that I can do in the future, and I think we can definitely up the ante in terms of quality and kind of content that we can deliver on this channel. So, by the way, this is going to be a paid position. So, you want to make some money, hit me up. And you're good at video editing, let's do it. So that was it. One last thing. I've been thinking about the channel a little bit more. I want to do a little bit more variety, and where it's not just me talking to the camera every single day with doing a Blackstone Speaks or doing 4 Blackstone Speaks a week. I think it's probably a little bit too much. What I was thinking, probably the more final type of content schedule is going to be something like Market Watch every Monday, maybe 2 or 3 Blackstone Speaks throughout the week, maybe a Blackstone special feature. And then the last thing that I wanted to do, which I'm going to do this week, was kind of altcoin analysis. So an altcoin analysis video where I really dive into the fundamentals of a specific altcoin. I think what I'm going to do this week is Tezos. So I'm going to dive in, I'm going to look at the fundamentals, I'm going to look at the economics, I'm going to tell you guys what I think. Is this a good investment? Am I bullish on this asset? And as most people know, if you follow me on Twitter, I'm an ICO buyer of Tezos, but I'm not bullish at all on Tezos. So I'm going to spoil you right away and say I'm not bullish at all on Tezos. But look forward to that video. I'm going to be releasing it in the next few days. I'm not sure when, maybe Tuesday, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday, who knows. But I will release it this week. So trying to do a little bit more variety. We hit 500 subscribers. I think I hit pretty much everything. Pretty bullish on everything. Everything's going great. And hit me up on Twitter if you have or know or are a video editor. And that is all I have for this week. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And I will see you guys next time.